What's up, Ada Nation? Welcome to Dapp Central, your home for everything blockchain and crypto. My name's Fareed. As a part of today's video, we're breaking down all of the latest updates going on in Cardano. First things first, we've got the World Mobile team continuing their buyback program with over 1.2 million tokens bought back from the open market. We've also got the team crossing over a brand new threshold or milestone with over 100,000 users connecting to the World Mobile network in a rolling 24 hours. Last but definitely not least, we've also seen the release of the AirNode revenue dashboard for batch one of AirNodes that were sold and deployed in Reno. So I want to give you guys a sneak peek as to what you can expect from that. Second, we've got updates from Iagon. They've officially debuted and give us a sneak peek of a bit of physical hardware that basically is plug and play to enhance their file storage ecosystem. In addition, they've also recently launched their compute services. So they're not going to be having two core offerings. And if you want to get early access to compute, I believe they'll be giving access or at least an early preview to people attending at Rare Evo. And I want to highlight exactly how you can go ahead and participate. Third, we've got updates from Snek. They've officially been funded through Project Catalyst funding round number 12 with over 1.4 million ADA awarded for a total of 7 proposals. So I want to highlight exactly what those are. But then in addition to that, we've also got 2 centralized exchange listings within Australia for the Snek community. Now, that said, if it's your first time stopping by, my goal is to help you find your way around the growing Cardano ecosystem, providing you with the latest updates, highlights, news, and tutorials. If you'd like to support me on my mission to educate the broader ecosystem, consider delegating with the official Dapp Central stake pool, which is stake pool ticker DAPP. Right now, you'll earn your traditional ADA rewards, in addition to 3 additional tokens for completely free, given the fact that the Dapp Central stake pool is a partner pool for the Matera ISPO, the Sarah ISPO, and the Tokyo ISPO. Details about all of that down below. Let's go ahead and jump right on in here. First things first, I want to go quickly highlight the World Mobile project. As it stands, we've got over 1,800 total air nodes deployed. That's between North America, Africa, and then the Middle East. And then we've also got over 11.88 terabytes of data being consumed in the last 24 hours. And then, as I mentioned earlier, a huge milestone here for the team with over 105,000 unique users connecting to their AirNode infrastructure in the last 24 hours. Now, the uptime on the network continues to increase at over 800 days straight without any network outages. What's crazy is how quickly this particular unique users growth chart has been able to rise. I remember covering this super early on when it was at about 15 to 20,000 daily active users. And again, now seeing it at over 100,000 daily active users, it's really begun to show the power, the growth, and the usability of the World Mobile Network. So let me know what you guys think about that down below. Now, moving over, we do have the buybacks, which continue to happen. If you're not aware, the team, I believe it's once per week, buys back tokens from the open market, and they'll be redistributing that back over to Earth node operators as well as Air node hosts, and then I believe also World Mobile token stakers. The last buyback consisted of 30,000 of the WMT tokens, roughly about $6,000 US, bringing the total buyback balance to a whopping 1.2 million WMT tokens valued at over $255,000 US. Now, as we get ready to close out this brief update here, we've got Clover Notes, huge ambassador here for World Mobile, basically sharing a screenshot of the AirNode earnings dashboard, which was released early in July. So he's been able to meet an actual AirNode host, Amaria or CB Hashchat in Reno, and he's the operator for that AirNode. So he and CB basically are working together as a team for their AirNode infrastructure. So we can see here is an earnings amount of $200 for the month of July alone. And I'm really excited for this upcoming weekend where we're going to be live streaming and hopefully being able to give you guys an in-depth look at this actual dashboard. So looking on the left-hand side there, we've got my locations, which I assume are referring to different AirNode locations. We've got messages, which I assume again could potentially be going between the hosts and the operators. And then we've got installers, packages, and support. Looking there at the bottom, we've got uploads, downloads. I assume those would be speeds. And then we've got the uptime for the actual node infrastructure. Similarly, and as we get ready to close this out, we've got the Amplify Earth node account here on Twitter, highlighting their Titan AMP Air node, which is officially live. And so far, that's also earned over $300. So we are really beginning to see the sharing economy come to life as more of these numbers do become available. Now, do keep in mind as well that if you head over, I believe it's to WMT Scan, you can take a look at some of the existing air nodes outside of the US to see exactly how much those are earning. And so let me quickly pull that up here for you guys as well. So we see here, we've got the top 10 air nodes by revenue, and we could see that some of them have earned over $60 to $70 US. Now, again, keep in mind that a lot of this information here specific to the revenue is dependent on how many users are able to connect and actually make transactions, phone calls, purchases, or just use the actual data that is provided by the World Mobile Network. So do keep that in mind there as well. That's going to do it there for the brief update surrounding World Mobile. Next, I want to briefly discuss Cyclone, which I believe will be debuting from the Iagon team at the upcoming Rare Evo event. So it states here, can a physical infrastructure device be made more powerful? Looking on the left-hand side there, we've got the Synology DS723 machine, which runs at about $700 US. But then on the right-hand side, we've got the Iagon Cyclone QS. So imagine being able to purchase a machine which is dedicated hardware that you can then use to supply storage for Iagon's file storage platform or file storage ecosystem. Now, looking on the left-hand side there in terms of the CPU, we've got an AMD Ryzen with 8 cores. Again, I'm looking at Cyclone there, which is 4 times more cores than the Synology DS7. In terms of RAM, we're looking at anywhere between 32 gigs to 64 gigs. That's a lot of RAM. We've also got 2 dedicated hard drive slots, and then we've got different port connections for HDMI, display, and USB-C, 2.0, 3.0, Type-C, and then we've also got really interesting Wi-Fi access that the Synology machine does not have. So if you want to find out more about the Synology machine, I'll leave the link to it down below. But as you guys can see here, it's running for about $600 to $700 US. Now, if you want to actually get your hands on Cyclone, I believe that it isn't out yet, but the team should hopefully have a pretty big announcement once that does go out. So we can see here are 2 what appear to be Ethernet ports on the back. We've got the Type-C plug in there. We've got the HDMIs. We've got the display port. We've got 2 additional USB ports here. And then I believe that's really it for now. I'm not seeing, or at least we haven't seen a front shot where you can actually plug in your 2 dedicated hard drives. But again, it's really good to see that Iagon is really beginning to break out of just providing software into providing hardware as well to enhance their software experience. Now, that said, I did mention in a prior update that the team recently did also release a brand new compute service. So right now, if you've got extra space or storage on your PC, you can provide that in exchange for the Iagon token. Again, that's for their file storage ecosystem. But they're now also tapping into the compute service ecosystem as well, where if you've got extra computing power available, you can provide that to the Iagon service. And then as other projects or as customers or clients need that processing power, for example, to run large AI language learning models, they can actually use that, and you'll also be rewarded in the Iagon token for allowing them to use your available computing power. Hopefully that makes sense. Now, we've also seen a platform called Dedium also jumping into the space here. I'll have more content about them in a separate video. Now, in closing, if you do want to go ahead and get your hands on the first iteration of Iagon's compute service, you can go ahead and do so by applying for the Rare Evo Hackathon. Now, I'm not exactly sure why you have to apply for the hackathon. Maybe it's only available to those developers, but this is one of the ways that you can go ahead and get access to it. And hopefully I'm able to see Navjeet there. But if I see any representatives of the team from Iagon at Rare Evo, I'll make sure to go ahead and see if I can get them set down for an upcoming interview. That'll do it there for that second piece. If you guys are enjoying today's update, I would really appreciate you if you could smash that thumbs up. If it's your first time stopping by and you want more content like this, consider subscribing to the channel. And last but not least, if you have any questions or comments for me or just want to share your opinion, then make sure to leave a comment down below. Next, we've got a brief update when it comes to the Snek community. So we've got the completion of Project Catalyst funding round number 12, which took place about a week ago. And the Snek team, one of the biggest and one of the strongest communities here within the Cardano ecosystem, put out a total of 7 different proposals. Now, they were asking for a total of 1.4 million ADA, which is equivalent to about $630,000. And of course, they were able to get them all. So the first one here is a collaboration between them and the Splash protocol to create a fair token launch platform, which I believe will be very equivalent to Rocket, which was just launched by JPEG.store, which is also very similar to a platform like Pump.fun or Onboard.fun within the base ecosystem. In a nutshell, basically just allows for you to quickly launch tokens without any hassle or headache. Next, we've got the Snek X, which is basically a Cardano platform to kickstart and promote new communities and digital assets. So you could imagine that you could potentially use Snek X in collaboration or in partnership with their Degen factory or with their Snek launch token platform. Third, we've got a Telegram trading bot. And I believe that this has actually been out for quite a bit of time. So they've already got a functional product, but I believe they're going to be enhancing that. And then we've got KAA or Ka by Snek, your friendly AI companion for onboarding masses and enhancing community engagement. So as you'll notice there, the theme is really building community. I'm sure that a lot of these tools will be incorporated or at least used first within their own community. Now, as we get ready to close down there at the bottom, we've got Snek X Frigid, Cardano's first bot service for customized social platform token integrations. And then last but not least, we've got Max Mahar or Max Maher, however you might pronounce that, who has partnered up with Snek as an ambassador. And so they're going to be marketing through him, right, to basically onboard more people into Cardano. Now let's move over. We do have a update here when it comes to SwiftX, also adding the Snek token to their platform. So if you're not aware, SwiftX is one of the leading centralized exchanges within Australia, boasting over 70,000 users. Now, following that, we've also got an additional listing. So this is the official SwiftX website. As you guys can see, here, over 390 plus assets currently trading. And then in terms of community trust, 4.6 out of 5-star rating. Now, the second listing is for the CoinSpot platform. Again, another Australian crypto exchange. So I'm not exactly sure why they focused on that area in particular, but it seems to have been very well received. Jumping over to the official CoinSpot website, you can see over 470 digital assets available for trading with over 25,000 5-star reviews and over 2.5 million customers served. Congrats to the Snek team on that latest listing. Now, for anybody who's maybe just wondering why is Snek getting so much attention, so much love, I'll quickly highlight some of their recent products, which include the Snek energy drink that launched about a year ago. We saw their Telegram trading bot, which I just mentioned, got additional funding. They've also got a token minter. And then not too far from now, we're also going to see their token launcher, which is Snek.fun. So this team really becoming more than a meme coin, really becoming one of the go-to platforms within Cardano, specifically if you're looking to maybe just really be part of a community and contribute without necessarily having a lot of the scrutiny that full-blown projects tend to have thrown at them. That will do it there for updates surrounding Snek. Last but not least, I want to break down a brief update surrounding Maestro. So if you're not aware, Maestro is an infrastructure provider here within Cardano. They provide different services, which include software tooling, APIs, and smart contracts. Now, they kicked off here in Cardano first, but they've now expanded over into additional UTXO blockchains, which include Bitcoin as well as Dogecoin. Now, I'm not sure exactly how much is really going on in the Dogecoin ecosystem, but I definitely know that within the Bitcoin ecosystem, we've seen the Fluid Tokens team build out the first ever Runes DEX on Bitcoin. So we're also starting to see NFTs or ordinals taking flight on Bitcoin. And so to see that, a platform like Maestro is able to take advantage of that, capitalize, be an early adopter of a lot of tech that was used on Cardano, and then being able to transition that over into Bitcoin and Dogecoin really does serve us here in the Cardano community well. Hopefully it allows for people to see how early and how ahead of the race Cardano really has been when it comes to UTXO development. If you want to find out more about Maestro, I'll leave the link to the official platform down below. It's available at gomaestro.org, where you can again find out more about their ISPO marketplace, their smart contract marketplace, documentation, pricing, and all of their additional services. That will do it there for today's brief update when it comes to the Cardano scoop, highlighting World Mobile, Iagon, Snek, and Maestro. I hope you guys found this particular update to be helpful. If you did, again, I'd really appreciate you if you could smash that thumbs up. It's really one of the easiest ways here to support me here as a content creator. It also helps to get this content out to other members outside of Cardano. If you want more content like this, consider subscribing to Dapp Central. And last but not least, if you have any questions, just want to share your opinion, then leave a comment down below. That said, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next video.